everybody, welcome to today's lesson, and today we will talk about basic modal auxiliaries. And I want to notice before starting this class, I hate this word so much, so I will struggle a lot because I do not know why, but every time when I have to say this word, I'm dying inside. Auxiliaries, let's go. So, basic modal auxiliaries are verbs that give extra information such as attitude or a degree of certainty about the main verb of a sentence. So we have, for example, can and shall. Let's first start off with can. Can basically means be able to, like I'm able to do something. For example, I can eat 5 hamburgers. So 5 hamburgers, I'm able to eat them all. I can eat them all. Okay, good. So we have the past conditional form could, and so basically when we talk about what happened in the past, we're like conditional form, we use could instead of can, obviously. So here, for example, we have I can hear my neighbor's TV at night. Let's say you live next to Mr. Jim. Mr. Jim loves to watch soccer at night. So every night when you're about to sleep, Mr. Jim is always watching his TV super loudly, and you can say, I can hear his TV the whole night, so I'm able to hear it. Even though I do not want to, I'm able to. Then, I could lift that heavy box yesterday, but Tom couldn't. So here we have the past plus conditional. He could not, but I could. I was as strong as Hulk or Superman, so I could lift this box, but Tom is not, so he couldn't. And as you can see, couldn't is the short form of could not. So as always, apostrophe and then T. Then let's talk about shall and ice cream, which is very good. Okay, shall is a suggestion in a question form, a suggestion or advice. So we have the past and conditional form should, and then as for example, as we said, question form, shall we go for a walk? Shall, because it's a question. Then you shouldn't borrow your sister's clothes when she is not here. So it's a advice. Maybe your sister's crazy, and when she finds out that you stole her stuff or just borrowed her clothes, she might kill you. So better listen to your mom when she says you should not. As you can see again, shouldn't is the short form of should not borrow your sister's clothes when she's not here. Better wait when she's here and ask her then. Then we have you should try that ice cream. I think that one looks super nice, so it's a suggestion. Hey, how about trying out that ice cream? It looks super delicious. I'm totally up for ice cream, so let's go. Okay, now ought to. Ought to is also a suggestion or advice. You ought to go to the dentist if your teeth hurt. So where do you go when your teeth hurt? Do you go to see, I don't know, your, just like your basic doctor, or do you go to the hospital, to the emergency? Nah, you have to go to the dentist, right? So it's a it's more this kind of, suggestion or advice. So I advise you, if your teeth hurt, you should go there. And other one could be, for example, I don't know, you ought to stay at home when you have a very bad stomach ache, because I mean obviously you cannot concentrate in school, so I'm just giving you an advice. You ought to do this when something is the case. Like here, for example, if your teeth hurt, you ought to go to the dentist. It's just an advice or suggestion. But ought to is not usually used in negative or question form. So whenever you have a question or a negative, rather avoid it. Like we do not usually use it. So it's really only if you want to give someone an advice or a suggestion. Then let's talk about had better. Had better is a strong suggestion or advice, so like a powerful one. So let's, for example, say it is super cold inside. Let's say it's minus 10 degrees. So your mom or your aunt, or I don't know, let's talk about grandmas. I think that's something that grandmas would do. So let's say you are going outside with your friends and you have like these super cool clothes on, and then suddenly your grandma stops you and she says, "No, stop. It's cold outside. You had better wear a coat, otherwise you will get sick, young lady or young man." And then, yeah, you have to, because it's grandpa. You have to listen to grandma. So basically, it's a very strong suggestion or advice. Like, you better do this, or like something bad will happen. So sometimes, you know, when your mom wants to be a little bit scary, she might say like, "You had better clean the kitchen before I get home." Like, she will call you. Like, your mom said, "Hey," before she went out, I don't know, before going out with her friends or shopping, your mom might have said, "Okay, like, before I come back, please clean the kitchen." And you said, "Okay, mom, I will do that." And then while she's gone, you suddenly discover this super cool online game and you just keep playing for hours. And then suddenly your mom calls you and says, "Hey, I'm home in an hour. Did you clean the kitchen?" And then you just say, I forgot." Let's just be honest. But your mom says, "Oh, I'll be there in a few minutes, so you better clean the kitchen now." So you do it, basically. Okay, then let's take a look at this one. So please remember, had better is not used in question form, so please do not ask questions with had better. Plus the negative form is had better not. Not hadn't not. It looks stupid. I think that it's even hard to say. Not hadn't not. Had better not. Yeah, just as had better not. Not hadn't not is too hard to pronounce anyways. Well, that's already it. So let's take a look at our summary. So, modal auxiliaries. I hate this word. Are verbs that give extra information, such as attitude or degree of certainty, about the main verb of a sentence. We have can and could, shall and should, ought to and had better. With can, could be just meaning being able to. Shall, should is a suggestion in question form, mostly used. And then ought to is a suggestion or advice. And had better is a strong suggestion or advice. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye bye.